In China, any specific market segment related to electronics is very competitive. The highly mature and clustered industrial system has forced the manufacturers to be more creative in order to stand out in the market. And admittedly, Chinese consumers are so lucky to be the first to have access to mass-produced products with new stuff. And the mechanical keyboard in China now is a very good example. Maybe some of you believe that the stylish keyboard brands are still working on carving out a niche for themselves, but the truth is that dozens of brands are popping up in China market with refreshing designs or creative features. So starting today, we will be picking keyboards from the market that caught our eyes but were not commonly seen before. If you happen to be keen on the same models as us, then you may want to hear our thinking before making a decision. So let's start this series with a very special keyboard, the MACHENIKE KT68 Smart Screen. And if you guys want to see more innovative keyboards or other gadgets review, please kindly stay subscribing to our channel. We're working on it. Or if you got any interesting gadgets on the internet, you can also share them in the comments. This is the package of the Ice Age variant we received, and now it's been 2 weeks after we ordered it online. At less than $150, it made it onto our wishlist early on. It provides a fully assembled model in a transparent plastic shield with matte finish, and you can also have a set of cherry-type PC transparent keycaps and a set of TTC silent ice hot swap switches. Almost all the components over the white positioning plates are transparent, and you can easily find RGB backlighting through all the materials and just dance at your fingertips. Well, I really like the portfolio of the Ice Age variant, but if that's all, it would no more than be just a good-looking mechanical keyboard. The smart screen over the layout makes it more fun. Actually, the screen is a 5x65 pixel RGB LED matrix. In addition to the smart screen version, there's another cheaper version of the KT68 available without LED matrix. Well, for the special variant, it's this small additional screen that makes the whole keyboard looks much more cyber-futuristic. Later, we will show you what it can do. If you know anything about custom keyboard, the KT68 Smart Screen might remind you of another niche brand called Angry Meow and their first custom keyboard model launched in 2020, the Cyberboard R1. I'm not sure whether the KT68 was inspired by Angry Meow's Cyberboard series. The latter also has a LED matrix, but the starting price of $370 is much more expensive. But customizing a screen module on a keyboard is not really a new technology. So probably in the near future, we will see more and more modular assembly kit for enriching the keyboard's functions. But now, I have to say the KT68 is one of the few models that are ahead of the trend with reasonable price. The volume knob on the left side is really a heartwarming design, since I've seen quite a lot of keyboards designed with a knob on the right side. My right hand had to leave the mouse for turning the knob, but on the KT68, the left knob obviously is more intuitive with using my free hand and without moving the busy hand from the mouse. But there's still a small informative panel in the upper right corner. The column stylus default setting is a switch between the desktop and recent tasks, and you can also custom micro shortcuts for it in the exclusive driver. The KT68 is a 75% keyboard that supports both cable connection and wireless connections. It supports Bluetooth connection to up to 3 different devices and also includes a 2.4 GHz wireless USB dongle if you don't want to mess around with unstable Bluetooth pairing. And you can also switch between Mac and Windows layout with a simple combination of shortcuts. Another satisfying experience is the exclusive controller software, which can be downloaded from the official website and support English. You can customize all the functions via the program, such as lighting effects control and wide shortcuts customization. The KT68 currently supports 19 built-in lighting effects and offers great flexibility for custom effects. The keyboard backlighting even supports showing the rhythm with RGB effects when playing audio on the connected device. But there's only one downside here for the backlights. The spacebar here is only offered with a single backlight, which makes it look like something is missing here. There's a downside here. The KT68 with the program isn't compatible with other lighting sync systems like Razer Xenopus and Asus AuraSync. You may not be able to match your PC's lighting exactly, but because it supports quite a lot of lighting effects, finding similar effects should be no problem. As for the Pixel screen, you can choose to load one of the dynamic light effects in the software or just edit a new pattern for yourself. Meanwhile, you can import a proper GIF image or LED effect files in the editing page and recreate it on your keyboard. But please note that it does not always display the GIF content properly due to the fixed matrix ratio. The editing is pretty much like a pixel feeding game, which is quite interesting. And there are several informative patterns in the software showing your PC's running state in real time, like CPU usage, GPU usage, connection speed, or date and time with the battery icon. Or just visualize the musical rhythm here, but it won't be able to compatible with the musical rhythm effect of the keyboard's backlighting. Although its pixel effect is not particularly refined, I couldn't help but get caught up in the creation of these pixels, which is a feeling very similar to the one we had on another Pixel gadget, the Devon's Pixel 64. The typing experience of the KT68 is quite a surprise. The variant we had only offers a new version of TTC's silent ice switches. The trigger of 39 grams feels pretty light at the fingertips. It has 2mm trigger stroke and 3mm total stroke. The use of new transparent materials has increased its light transmission, and the backlighting looks much brighter than the other transparent switches we used before. The silencing effect is really good. There's only a kind of subtle sound I can hear even in a quiet environment. The round is stable without obvious wobble, and the rebound is also smooth and crisp. Although it's pretty quiet, the feedback at the fingertips when stroked is still very clear. The keyboard features a 4000 mAh built-in battery, which actually is quite a big capacity for a wireless keyboard. But due to the additional pixel screen, when the keyboard is fully light up, the battery can only last less than 2 days of work. So that's all about the MACHENIKE KT68 Smart Screen Keyboard. It's undoubtedly the most impressive product we've seen recently. It's quite interesting to deliver new thinking over design and aesthetics. Meanwhile, the additional LED screen also makes it a decorative item on your desktop to help build your own style. It also allows us to see these PC accessories become potential on the trend of more individualization. So, hope you like the new series. We're hoping to keep searching some new gadgets for you guys. Or if you have any great candidates, just tell us down below the video. Thank you for watching. This is Will from Gizmochina. See you soon.